Hello, everybody. I'm Jonathan Coachman, and this is Super Bowl Sunday on EA Sports. Up next, we've got what should be an intriguing matchup between the New Orleans Saints and the London Bulldogs. Kickoff now just moments away. It is finally time to crown a champion, as I'll hand it over to the two men who will call the action, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, much appreciated, Coach, as we welcome all of you to our exclusive coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Tonight, it's all on the line. We play for the Lombardi Trophy. Alongside my good friend Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Godden. We are honored to be here for the biggest spectacle in sports, the Super Bowl. Are you ready, partner?
I am more than ready, and I love the word you used, honored. Because it is an honor to be here. It's a privilege to be here. My excitement is just about to burst through the booth. I can't wait to do this.
Well, and sitting with both of these teams and talking in the meetings and media day and all the hoopla that goes into this, there was one common theme. They're ready to stop the talking and start playing football.
Yeah, they were probably ready a while ago. Now they can just focus on it. It's done. The only talking they have to worry about now is post-game, and they hope that they'll be talking as the winning team.
And we'll see. You know, both sides come in with a game plan to start. We'll see how the adjustments are made throughout, because there are always adjustments in this game.
I want to see if they come out conservative, trying to minimize errors, or if they have enough confidence to attack early and try and take advantage of the other team's nervousness.
The long fortnight of Super Bowl week is over, and away we go in Super Bowl 58. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. And here come the Saints for their opening drive. And they will be led out by their 6'3 quarterback.
And what I enjoyed in preparing for this game was talking not just with the coaching staff, but with him as well. And I found it interesting that the coaching staff sees him one way, and he sees himself an entirely different way.
Yeah, one thing he said he's always working on, we know he's not bad at this, but his footwork, always wants to improve that, and that's something he's going to focus on here.
And what was so funny, what the offensive coordinator say right off the top, he's got great footwork. Love his footwork. So this guy is never satisfied.
And here's a good way to kick off a drive, complete over the middle. 12 yards there, good for a Saints first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. A first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. The Saints first down there on a gain of 11. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense, because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
It's a loss of 4 on the first down play.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
Check right 54, right 54. Let's go, Tim. Gonna be a long day.
On second down, Kamara. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44. And this O-line, it is the lifeblood of the offense.
They established the tone. Mean, nasty, physical. They can't wait to get after people. That allows the rest of the offense to feel confident.
Mike, my boy. Quit talking about it and wing it.
To throw on third down. Wakefield, he's going to air one out. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down. Well, if those at home were wondering if we were going to see some offense in this Super Bowl, I think your answer was right there. Incomplete, but they take a big shot early.
Like the script, if they get the big play early, so much the better. But if nothing else, they send a message. They're going to be aggressive in this game.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin them back. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. Leading them out is the Austin, Texas native. At quarterback, it's Baker Mayfield. His first carry. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. A dump off to Elliott. And he'll be upended after a gain of 5, up to the 25-yard line. Well, look now at the defensive starters for the Saints. They were very strong in that victory from a week ago.
I was so proud of you in our meeting with the defensive coordinator because you asked the question that set him off. And all you said was, so what improvement do you need to see this week, Coach? And boy, he got fired up, didn't he? Takeaways. We need turnovers. We got to create them. Got so animated, jumped up in our meeting. It was fun to watch.
Somehow I always upset a coordinator in that meeting. Yeah. But they like you. His first catch of this Super Bowl, and it'll be good for a first down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. It's caught by OBJ. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Going to the air again with Mayfield. Pressure comes and down goes Baker Mayfield. Samson Abukum gets him for a loss of 5. He is so tough to handle on the blitz, and that's Exhibit A.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
In a blink of an eye, that happened fast, and a big sack. And for the Saints here on 3rd down, an extra defensive back on the field. From the gun, Mayfield. He's got his tight end Fant. His first catch of this Super Bowl, and it'll be good for a first down. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it, they love it, because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. It's probably a pretty good sign here on the opening drive if your guys from the secondary are coming up and spilling things in the backfield.
How about the adrenaline and aggressiveness that led his eyes to the backfield to run up there and make that tackle, setting a tone early for his defense.
On 2nd down now, it's Hines. Past the 20. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. A big chunk of yardage there, 37 yards.
This has been a good drive so far. It's been the running game for the most part that's powered them down there. Another nice burst there, picking up a first down. Now it's 1st and 10, as you said, in the red zone.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Hines. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Now a give, right side. Hines. He's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7.
180.
On 3rd down, Mayfield. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. And he gets into the end zone for the touchdown. With the first touchdown of this Super Bowl. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. So that one a long 11-play drive. Now after the score, it's Parkey on to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Saints offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. They trail early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10.
We go. 10 logo.
They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. A look there at the starters on the defensive side of the ball. Well, they were very strong in that victory from a week ago.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defensive coordinator about their performance last week because his feeling was good, solid performance, did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely would like to see some improvement in this week's game.
They always want improvement, don't they?
They certainly do.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Wakefield. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. From the gun, Wakefield. Got a man, it's Ross, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Now a 1st down carry. It's Kamara. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. The Saints with a football here to begin quarter number 2 as they are looking at a 2nd and 5 situation. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield after a gain of about 4. From the gun on 3rd down. Wakefield. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line.
This interception will go on the record of the quarterback, but as a receiver, you've got to understand where you are in the field. Middle portion, you know it's going to come in hot. Square your body to the quarterback and be ready to make the catch.
So here is the home side to take over on offense. Now they'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. Means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
And they can't bring him down. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
This is one of those plays that could go either way, but we've seen the influence of the college game now in the NFL, where we're seeing more and more of these plays run, and that one went for a big gain.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Elliott. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. It's 2nd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result. Negative yardage. On 2nd and 11 now. Mayfield. He finds his target, Beckham. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. The offense on 3rd down tonight, a perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This time it's 3rd and 3. They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he's going to get the 1st down here as he's taken down at the 22.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Hines. And he'll keep it moving down to the 15-yard line. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. On 2nd down, Elliott. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's 3rd down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Mayfield from the gun on 3rd down. That's complete to Hines out of the backfield. Call it a 3-yard gain, and that's going to make it 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. On 4th down, Freddie Kitchens is going to send out the field goal unit. From the right hash, this from 33. And his kick is right there. It's good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, then no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Now out comes their leader and the captain of this offense back onto the field. And he comes out on the heels of an interception he threw last time they had the ball.
Yeah, and you know, the quarterbacks that I know that are the best ones, the ones that really know how to lead their team, they tell them, that's on me. That's my bad. But let's go back out there and move ahead again, guys. We can get this done.
One good thing for him, it did only lead to 3 points and not a touchdown after that turnover.
Big thanks to the defense.
He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 11. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, people say bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
The Saints on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Off the play fake, Wakefield. And that's knocked away and incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on third down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
Here comes the Saints punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. $51 yards on the punt there. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. He's been effective so far over the 40-yard mark here in the 2nd quarter. Don't forget about those guys up front, though. They've been effective, too.
The leverage game has been in their favor. They've been the ones who've been able to bend their knees, drop their hips, and get a little bit lower than the guys on the other side of the football. And they've moved them out of the way for the runner.
Sometimes that's tough for those big fellas.
Not an easy thing for them to do.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. On 2nd down, it's Elliott, and he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. And that's Elliott, complete. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. And they bring their punter out there now as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. And that is very well done there as this will be marked out of bounds at the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
Now that was well defended, and as a cornerback, what you're taught when you see a wide receiver screen, either you get underneath the play before the blocking forms, or you're going to have to fight your way through it by getting through some blocking. That was a really nice play there.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Now Kamara, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. To throw from his end zone. Wakefield under pressure, and down he goes in the end zone, and that's his safety. And you know, the man who sat, he has a theory. These plays, these safeties, they're so rare. Maybe they should be worth more than 2, maybe 4 points.
I think he's got a great point. I really do, Brandon. But I would go ahead and up it to 6. I'm a former defender. Ooh. To me, that's like scoring a touchdown.
Easy now. I'll go 4. I don't know about 6.
Come on. Come up to 6.
A lot of points. So a free kick situation forthcoming from the 20 as they'll punt this one away. And an alley to run. Ezekiel Elliott gets ready to go again here on offense as he shuffles onto the field. A good job in the passing game, decent job in the running game, but really they've been more effective through the air. We'll see if that shifts at all as this goes on.
Thus far, it feels like they're calling this game in reverse. Normally you run to set up the pass. Here it feels like they're passing, hoping to set up the run and be more effective later on in the game.
Yeah, you can do it both ways. We usually talk about it in the reverse, however.
No doubt about it.
Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime.
Hey, check Mike 57. Mike 57. Come on, D.
Throwing again on second down. Mayfield, that one complete to Elliott. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down. Mayfield now, 11 for 11. Perfect in this opening half. It's 1st and 10. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. No gain on the dump-off. It's second down. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. From the pistol, here's Elliott. 7 yards on the carry. Make it 3rd and 4 coming up. So we've reached halftime here in the Super Bowl, as now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. What a season this has been. Hard to believe it ends tonight, as we'll get back to you guys for the second half of this Super Bowl in just a moment. It's been a tremendous season of football, but it's not over yet. One half remains to decide who will stand on the podium with the Vince Lombardi Trophy. And to call the second half, here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. These two teams sat through a longer than usual 30-minute wait, but we're back in action here in this Super Bowl. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So here is the home side to take over on offense. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. To throw, Mayfield looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. That one a first down pickup of 8. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
They'll throw again. Here's Mayfield. Pressure comes, and down goes Baker Mayfield.
They need to stop to get back into this game, and here's one right to start the third quarter.
Yeah, anytime you go into the lockers with that 2-3 score deficit, you're right. You need that stop, get the football back, and they've done just that.
Series to series, play to play.
First and second down were a disaster. Both went backwards. Now it's 3rd and 18. They need something big. Here's Mayfield. This is the tight end Fant. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 45-yard line.
And the game just keeps evolving. Big guys running those corner routes, so difficult to cover.
Mayfield brings him up 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. From the shotgun, a give to Elliott. He takes this for about 6 down inside the 40. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. On 2nd down, it's Pollard. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. 7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. They go play action. Mayfield. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Now the attention turns to the Saints offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. And the last time they had the football, they surrendered 2 points on the safety. They don't want to do that one again.
No, not at all. It's almost like a bases clearing double, isn't it? Give up a couple of runs.
Sure.
just messes things up for you offensively. But now they've got to go ahead, take it, set it aside, and move forward.
That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. 2nd and 13. It's caught. Smith. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Off play action. Wakefield. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Myles Garrett, his 2nd sack of the night.
How about that, partner? His 2nd sack of the game, and that puts him in some pretty good company. 17 sacks in the previous 52 Super Bowls, but only 3 have had the record number of 3 sacks in this game.
And we've got the list here. If he gets another one and everyone behaves nicely, we might just list those out for him. Here comes the Saints punter now, standing right on his own 5-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. So here is the home side to take over on offense. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, got a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
From the 31, Mayfield. Looking left sideline, it's complete. His first catch of this Super Bowl, and it'll be good for a 1st down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover it for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Mayfield on play action. Got an open man. It's Rattler. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 29-yard line. Mayfield now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8. Mayfield with it once more. Drops it underneath to Elliott. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Mayfield brings him up 1st and 10. And he's hit on all 5 of his pass attempts on this drive so far. 1 quarter remains here in the Super Bowl. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. 10th carry now for Elliott. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Again, it's Elliott. Look at this. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. With the first touchdown of this Super Bowl. And his guys are going to add on to their lead. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how we're going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, his 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead.
CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point, because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone.
Now after the score, it's Parkeon to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense.
And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Here's 2nd and 8. And this one complete to Smith.
You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It'll be a Saints first down on a pickup of 13. On 1st and 10, Wakefield.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
12 yards there, good for a Saints first down. Throwing on 1st down. Wakefield, and a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete.
Pass interference.
Well, let's see who this is on. So the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown.
Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to cover these great receivers. They have such great body control, and they can fake you out. In this case, as you described, got there before the ball got to the receiver. Penalty flag had to come out.
It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and it'll be 2nd and about a yard. 2nd and 1. And that one finds the ground, breaking a string of 5 straight completions. And it brings up 2nd down. No, third down.
We got 3.
They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
If they're going to have a shot in this Super Bowl, they're going to need this one on 4th down. On fourth down, Wakefield. And it is incomplete. The Saints' decision to go for it backfires. And as a result, possession switches hands. And let's gaze our attention on Ezekiel Elliott. And as the numbers show, he really wasn't in the mix at the beginning, but they've got him in the rotation now, and it's proved a good move.
And that's what happens when you're a good player. There's a lot more attention drawn to you, and it's obvious that they had him in their game plan on defense, not letting him get off to a good start, but he's found a way so far here in the second half.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
They stay on the ground, but this time it's Elliott. And now running right through it. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. Mayfield looks to throw. He's got his big tight end, Fant. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down.
They dialed up the blitz on 3rd down, and your worry as a defense that they can hit you with a big play in that situation. Instead, the
So they bring out their punter as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's our home team here in possession of the football as we come back. They've got a 4th down here in a game that looks to have been decided already. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. And now the Saints get set to trot out there. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Looking to throw. Wakefield. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. From the midfield strike, they'll look to throw. He's going to have the hook up to Ross. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 12 yards there and a 1st down. Back to throw. Wakefield.
I know many people like the
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. Looking to throw. Wakefield.
Exactly what they were looking for. They've been giving up yards. They've been letting them drive right downfield, but they got a sack right there. How about that for a little bit of revenge?
How about one last great play defensively, and that should, for all intents and purposes, finish off this shutout.
That's as good a defensive performance as we've seen in a long, long time. And I know as a team they will celebrate, but I will guarantee you the defensive guys, they'll get together somewhere and have their own private celebration. A shutout, that's something to be cherished.
So here's the home side to take over on offense. And 3 timeouts remaining here defensively, but really not much reason to use them at this point, as this one is all but over.
If they use the timeouts here, it's strictly for show. We got a plane to catch.
They'll start the drive with Elliott. And he's going to take this across the 50 and into Saints territory. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1.
So celebration down on the field for a good, hard-fought victory here. And they did it in shutout fashion. Impressive.
Would it be too bland of a statement to say they didn't have the greatest day offensively? I mean,
did enough, though. Did enough. But, yeah, you're right.
Most games, it wouldn't have been enough. So they've got to go into the locker room and applaud their defensive mates and say, guys, you really carried us today. We'll try and get you back next time. But as for today, you guys were nails out there.
And they are the Super Bowl champs. The Lombardi Trophy is theirs, and so are bragging rights for an entire season. What a season it has been. Feels like we have been there every step of the way. Our entire crew doing a wonderful job. Thanks to my broadcast partner, Charles Davis. For all those guys, I'm Brandon Gaudin signing off. We'll talk to you next season right here on EA Sports.